Yo, happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. How we doing? We're going to continue work on this sculpt of anphiarus. What was I going to do? I think I was going to base coat the casing of the flamer differently. Yo, Buddha, my guy. I was also building my brush said to say hi. Oh, that's nice of him. I'm also building a chaplain, a Terminator chaplain. Anyone that's been on stream knows I absolutely despise the Terminator chaplain model. However, now keep in mind he's obviously not going to have a sword. He'll have a corrosius. I'm kit bashing him with the captain model. So he's got more of an open pose. And I'm using the trim from the captain model on the shoulder pads so it matches the trim down on the legs. So I think he should be, he should look much cooler when I'm done assembling him. All right. Trying to think of where we're up to. We'll do the weapon casing. Let's do the weapon casing. Where that Corvus black? Where's Corvus? Hoping Corvus is a little bit different. Here's a Terminator chaplain, dude. It's the shittest Terminator model there is. No, I don't like the pose from the Terminator chaplain, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. Bit of kit bashing. Now we shouldn't have any issues over on YouTube because we're paying for this music now. So we're going to paint the weapon casing with Corvus black. Thank you for the likes over on TikTok, guys. Appreciate it. finally spoke to work about taking my long service leave. Alright, what are we going to do after that? I suppose we should brighten up that bone a little bit before we start doing any recess shades. Yeah. We're actually going to, we're going to do the bone areas. We're going to do the bone areas right now. Oh, no. You know what? We're going to do the flame areas, actually. Flame areas need to be first. Keen to see the flames? Well, we're gonna do them now. Of course, my flash gets yellow is absolutely fugged. Oh, do you know what we need to... I do have one more color to base coat. Stuff it. It's my tutorial. I can film it in whatever order I want. We're going to move back to the flames now. Don't worry if you're messy with this, we can just tidy it up with some Abaddon Black. The first step we're going to do is take some Flash Gets Yellow and paint the entirety of the flame. This will take a couple of coats of Flash Gets Yellow. But this is why we put down the Wraith Bone in the first place. So this will cover nicely. You want to do all of the flames all at the same time. How's our YouTube going over there? Is it all good? We're not suspended? No. Nice. Good. Blue Eyed, thank you very much for the gift on TikTok. Appreciate it. A little bit messy. Hey, Prophet. How you doing, man? How you doing? Happy Monday. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. About to do one of the hardest parts of this model and just do all the flames all at the same time. The rest of it's cruisy. The rest of it's cruisy. You gotta be working Wednesday? My guy. Well, the VOD should be up because we're now... I've paid for a subscription to a music website, which apparently just links to our YouTube account. So fingers crossed it all works, and then yeah, we should be 100% legal now. Our YouTube VODs will be monetized. We'll get 3 cents per VOD. That'll be sick. Maybe I'll scrape. That's the plan, man. The plan is to get everyone to feel comfortable about painting, well, at least Caucasian Space Marine skin, but then the techniques translate to any other skin you wish to paint. Even like blue Tau skin it would work on, you know? For anyone that is sort of wondering what we're doing here, obviously we're painting some flames. But if you're like, oh, that looks a little bit weird, this is what it's going to end up looking like. But we need to start at this point first. Yo, Nath, how you doing, man? Nadia, thank you very much for the follow. Just going to end up with a heap of paint to my left-hand side. The next step is to take some Uriel yellow. Now this is thinned down to almost, well, it would be a 1-to-1 ratio with water and paint. And the idea is to drag it towards the top, leaving the flash kits yellow visible down the bottom here. You can thin down the Uriel yellow even more, just to help it transition better. And then take some flash kits yellow and you can paint down here just to help get those two colors to blend a bit better. Someone won a tournament yesterday with good old Tactical Marines and a Rhino. When I was living with Lockie, he was talking about how good Tactical Marines are. Innes, nice Legion of the Damned. Yeah, so this is a Legion of the Damned model that was sculpted by anphiarus from Instagram. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. Do you know what? I should just I'll bring his profile up. So whenever I chat about him, I can just be like, yo, here's who I'm talking about. So this is anphiarus. Anphiarus. I always say his name wrong. Anything you see here that's green, he has sculpted. So he was kind enough to sculpt me a Legion of the Damned model. Now, I don't do Legion of the Damned. And if I was to, there we go, there's the model. That's what it looks like. I sort of just let him do what he wanted because he seemed super, super keen to do it. So I was just like, hey man, have at it. You do what you're keen for because you're going to make an amazing model. So that's what he made. But yeah, he does phenomenal sculpts. He sculpted this for Meta's Miniatures, which you may follow on Instagram. And Meta's painted up. It looks wicked. How's the battle damage? So cool. Anyway, yeah. Hey, that's me. I commented. Look at that. He didn't even like it. Baz didn't like my comment. Yeah, it does look phenomenal. He's ridiculously talented. There could be a chance they may make some Primaris version of them at one stage, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe after they see this. They could make a mix of heresy armor. They could. They are doing that a lot lately. They're sort of including older marks of armor, especially with the chaos stuff. Nah, I wouldn't be a... well, yeah. They hardly ever sell boxes of 10 unless it's for battle line stuff, Stork. And even then, like... What do you get in boxes of 10? Intercessors, assault intercessors, and incursors, don't you? Right, this is the one I need to sort of take a little bit more care with. I appreciate Baz sculpting all these flames, but now I've got to paint them, eh? know I got a little bit of yellow in there, but that's okay. It was a hair there. Am I having a good day? Did I sleep good? I think I slept well. I've been sleeping. You know, I don't know if anyone else has the issue being a bit older. And I don't know if it was an actual genuine question, Gary, but thank you for asking. Being a little bit older, sometimes I sleep really well, but I'll sleep in an awkward position and then my back just hates me for the day. That was today. That was today. How you doing, Gary? Shoulder and lower back. Mine's sort of always mid back. Meant to have a chiro appointment today. I completely forgot about it. I had a nap instead. Nice yellow, thank you. It will eventually be an orange to a red. But we just got to work our way there. Patience is a virtue when it comes to these flames. As people saw when we did the salamander. Legion of the Damned, Ice Cold Wolf, yep. You tore your spinae erector muscle. I don't even know what that is, man. Doesn't sound good though. You got the old lead ones of these? They'll be worth a mint. Flames looking lit. Thank you, Fran. I saw it, Tails. I was watching, I think I watched Rory from maybe the 15th. I don't know, the one where he pulled that massive draw to get on the green. Wild. It was crazy. was crazy. You royally screw you back doing the most mundane thing. Mine's almost always just from sleeping. And it's if I sleep on my stomach, then I'm in trouble. Body pillows. I mean, I don't normally sleep on my stomach. I'm a back sleeper. It's weird. That's when I sleep my most comfortably. But if I do sleep on my stomach, then yeah, not good. We'll be doing the orange after this. We'll start getting into Fire Dragon Bright, and this is when the flames will really, really start, well, looking like flames. Right now, this is just Uriel yellow over the top of flash kits. I think I'll have to revisit this banner, but that's okay. I've got 3. I think I'm using the 3 right now. $3.5. Next step is to use Fire Dragon Bright. Again, really thinning this down into a glaze and leaving some of the Uriel yellow visible. And don't be afraid to go back to your Uriel yellow if there is a transition you don't like the look of. The instance over here, we probably need to go down a bit further. Just going back to the Uriel yellow here and dragging it up into the orange. And then vice versa, taking some of the orange and dragging it down into the yellow. You've only tried 2 times and it wasn't enough. Yeah, I started on the 2 times and it worked. It was fine. And it would probably be okay if I wasn't painting on stream because I would hold the miniature like right here. But I tell you what, the larger the zoom, the better. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I wish I started using magnifying glasses earlier. No, definitely hasn't gotten wonky. This is very, very comfortable. Your big hobby regret is not buying an airbrush instantly? Yeah, I mean, airbrushes are super, super helpful, aren't they, right? I bought one early, I just never, I just rarely used it at all. Just one of those things though, like I wasn't an overly confident hobbyist when I first got into the hobby. I was realistic about where I was as a hobbyist. But yeah, I wish I took bigger risks on stuff. Seeing little airbrushes with electric compressors, yeah, I don't know. Might be good for like base coats and stuff. Yeah, so we need to go lower. Hey Lothar, how you doing? Officially on holidays. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. I chatted to my boss about long service leave today, so I'm thinking August or September. Yeah, I got plans. Paint a shitload of models, make a heap of tutorials. I'm not overly interested in traveling. I would travel to like Golden Demons and stuff, and I'd like to go to the US to watch some spawning events and stuff like that. But I'm not really the type of guy to do it by myself. So it'll just be good to get a whole bunch of BFG stuff done. Travel for events rather than destination. Yeah, exactly. We'll do Road to Arc in 15 minutes, guys, or 20 minutes or something like that. So get your posts into the Road to Arc and we'll check it out. If you don't know what Road to Arc is, it is a thread in our Discord that we use for people to show off their miniatures that are currently in stream. For Space King. The Space King. Is that the Emperor? Or was that anime? Was there an anime called Space Knights or something from memory? Dude, why do these all sound like the same fucking song? Because it is. Yeah. I think I saw a little bit of Space King. I didn't watch a lot of it though. Did Games Workshop go after him? I'm assuming they did. T.O., thank you very much for the gift. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I knew. Just didn't go far enough down. That's okay. Hey, Nighthawk, how you doing? Heinrich, how you doing? I did finish the Deathwing Knight. Yeah. Well, minus the base. Yeah, we're starting a new tutorial, Legion of the Damned. Going to make a marble base and make a tutorial out of the marble base too. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nighthawk and Heinrich. Thank you, guys. Okay, next step. Dude, I've just got so many colors here. It's Troll Slayer Orange. That was the model of the month, freebie, yeah. You like the sword detail? Thank you. It is in the tutorial. I'm not overly happy with my pattern of the lightning. I like the execution, but the pattern itself could do with a little bit of work. This is just also me being, you know, hypercritical of my own work, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I think being critical of your own work is fine, as long as it doesn't get you to a point where you don't progress as a painter. Some people get so critical of their work, they're just like, I'm so well, they don't. I guess some people say they're shit, but some people are like, oh, I'm so bad at painting, I'm just gonna stop. That's not the way to get better. All right, next color, Troll Slayer Orange. Exact same process as we did before, guys, except this time with Troll Slayer Orange. So leaving some of that Fire Dragon Bright visible and just dragging Troll Slayer towards the top. Remember, you can always go back to your previous colors. Testing ideas for your Deathwing Stormcast. Painting Pallid Hand Death Guard. What's Pallid Hand? All right, let's do the, we'll do the Road to Arc now because I'm going to get a new color. So we'll just see what everyone's working on. No, we won't. Don't worry about it. We'll keep painting. No updates to Road to Arc. We will continue. Yo, Red, what's happening, man? Here's the question. I can't remember the answer. Did we jump straight from Troll Slayer to Evil Sons? I think we did on this. And I think we're going to. Nah, it's too big a jump. We're doing Wild Rider. Sorry, Marvin, more steps. I apologize. Although it is quite pastel-y. Try it on the shoulder pad. Legitimately, each step has made me realize I don't have enough room for each actual step. Okay, maybe we'll use it. Next, we're taking Wild Rider Red. Same process. We'll revisit our orange here. Need to paint more orange. I leave too much yellow. Alright, do we finish on Fire Dragon Bright, do you think? And then we just do an Evil Sun Scarlet? Still working on it. Glazing's just one of those things. Just patience. Thin it down more than you think. That's one of the big ones. Just always thin it down more than you think. Because you can always add more. It's harder to obviously remove it if it's not transparent enough. Do a I'm gonna do an Evil Sun's edge highlight on this to see if I'm happy with the level of the flames at, instead of going all the way to Evil Sun Scarlet. Or should we go to Evil Suns and then do Mephiston? Maybe we'll go to Evil Sons and then Mephiston Edge highlight. Let it fully dry, yes. Yep. I mean, you can do a little bit of wet blending as long as you, you know, you want to do the wet blending. But yeah, don't be painting over half-dried paint, for sure. RS, thank you for the share. Ben, how you doing? Did you miss the Deathwing? Yeah, dude. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed it. Like, really enjoyed painting this thing. Yeah, it came up good, Ben. so good that for a while I was contemplating my army choices. I was like saying to Marvin, I was like, I want to do a Deathwing army. Do it. I don't need that encouragement. I don't need that encouragement. I'm gonna do a Blood Angels first company. That's what I'm gonna do. Blood Angel Terminators. Yeah, all right, we're going to red. We're going to red. And then the final blending color we're going to use is Evil Sun Scarlet. So we'll use this quite sparingly. You can also take this Evil Sun Scarlet and paint around the top of your flames. We're just going to come back with some Abaddon Black and tidy this up. I'm back on track with the Blood Angels. I gotta do it. I'm kit bashing a Terminator Chaplain because I really don't like the model Games Workshop came out with. I'm using it as a base, but I'm kit bashing with the Terminator Captain. So ignore the sword, that'll turn into a Corrosius. But I'm using the arms from the Captain because they're just a far more open pose. Whereas like, look how closed off this idiot is. And then he's just got a straight arm, dead straight. Ugh, there's my Corrosius. What a dumbass pose. Mine's way better. And I've got the Captain shoulder pads, so we're going to have some gold trim up here, which will even up the colors on the miniature. You just painted that one? Dude, I fucking hate that model. I'm sure you painted it well, Red. I'm sure you painted it well. I don't like that model. It's like how my mate Ash was trying to show me his Inquisitor Cortez he painted, and I was like, I have no doubt you painted it extremely well, dude. You're a very talented painter. Doesn't change what the model is, though. I did some little speckling through the salamander, didn't I? Yeah. It's quite funny that I suppose if people get the actual Legion of the Damned models, they could paint this tutorial. But I'm doing a full Ultimate Guide tutorial on a one-off miniature that people can't get their hands on. Hot Rod with the flames, Pempek. Hot Rod with the flames, you reckon? They could commission. Yes, they could commission Baz if he had the time. They could. That is true. Did I ever do a podcast on the state of the competitive 40k in Oz? I think I did a competitive episode with Lockie, my then housemate, but I don't think I've done anything on the recent one. I could get him on because he's on Team Oz now. I could probably get a couple of the Team Oz guys on, to be honest. How do I stay jacked even with a busy schedule? I'm not that busy, Pempek, honestly. I've got a lot of spare time. Like, I've got very little commitments. Very little commitments. I've got work. I go to gym. I am jacked though. I got work. I go to gym. I paint miniatures, and I go and see my mum and my brother once a week. That's it. That's all I do, and create like tutorials. Hey Shaden, how you doing? Pain Daddy. No, that's a different daddy. You're talking about a different daddy. And access to a super cute. I don't have access to the super cute puppy anymore. No access to a super cute puppy anymore. At least not until I get one. Yeah, nah. Housemates moved out. No, it's a good thing. It sucks that I don't get to see Zeta anymore, but... But now I can just chill. Sorry for the typo. Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. Time for manicure? Definitely. Overdue. Overdue. You're being mean? That's alright. Most women are mean to me, but that's okay. That's okay. That's not true. It is. It's 100% true. I've got autism, Shaden. I can't lie. You're not usually mean? That's alright. I'm a big boy. That's why you're drawn to watch my stuff. The accent and the tism. Well, it's undiagnosed, but it is there. It has to be there. Like it's funny. My friend from work's like, go get tested. I'm like, dude, doctors will not refer me because I do not want to do anything about it. And I was like, it's like when you injure your leg. You know there's something wrong with your leg. You know there's something wrong with your leg. I don't need to go to a doctor. Well, I mean, you should go to a doctor if there's something wrong with your leg, but you get what I'm talking about. You should see. Shaden did see my nail painting. You got a diagnosis when you took your daughter for a diagnosis. Well, I got no one to take for a diagnosis. I ain't got no kids to go take to get checked if they're on the spectrum. I saw a doctor and he was like, no, I will not refer you because they want to, you know, I guess, medicate you and get consistent payments. No, I ain't about that. I don't need that. Did I zoom out? I did. I don't know why I did. Part of the problem is they're so busy. Yeah. Everyone's getting diagnosis. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't like. I think the only good thing that could come from me getting tested is I could officially say that I've been diagnosed. But I don't need a doctor to tell me I'm on the spectrum. Like it's obvious as shit. It's weird only seeing one side. Everyone can see. You can see everyone's side of the conversation, Shaden. No one can see your side of the conversation on TikTok. It is small. It is very small, especially if you're on TikTok viewing that text. But there's unfortunately no way for me to get the TikTok chat into my chat box because I can't get my my stream key from TikTok. You missed the TikTok days? Yeah, I mean, I sort of look back at the TikTok days, the glory days, when we had like 70 people watching, and it was pretty damn cool. Man, just the volatility of TikTok though is wild. Like, there's no way we could have really continued chatting about the tutorials, which was just one way to grow, you know? Yeah, getting gifts. Dude, like financially, I made more on a TikTok stream because we had those goals. Now it's just like, I don't know, I'll paint for 2-3 hours, however long I feel. I don't ask for subs or anything. Sort of not at a point now where we even, you know, the support's appreciated and it helps Battleforge Gaming grow because it allows me to, you know, well, do stuff. Like pay for restream, because it was pretty damn expensive. It's a catch-22. I'd love to be able to do this full time, but I'm never going to be that guy that like begs for people to sub and stuff like that. I'd just much prefer if people did it because they wanted to do it. Do you know what this reminds me of? And people, there's going to be some people that have no idea what I'm talking about. This reminds me of Bam Bam Bigelow. I'll show you. It's just, it reminds me of Bam Bam Bigelow. I'll show you, dude. I'll show you. Dude, why can't I get a bigger picture? I'll just put it up on Google. It reminds me of Bam Bam. Look at the colors. This stuff. Because it's the black with the fire. I didn't realize he was called Crusher Bam Bam Bigelow. Crusher Bam Bam Bigelow. It was Bam Bam Bigelow. I need some more orange there. I was like, when I was finishing off the red there on one of them, I was like, what does this remind me of? And I was like thinking Ghost Rider. I'm like, nah, it's not Ghost Rider. Although it's got a bit of Ghost Rider about it, obviously. Need more orange here. Yeah, it's got some, it does have OG Ghost Rider. Legion of the Damned was always random. Yeah, they're super cool models though. Like even back in the day. I would like to see them redo them. I think it would be really, really cool. I don't know what the chances of them redoing them are though. Let's do the Dawn Yellow next. Oh, do we? Hey Guy, how you doing? Maybe I'll focus on the legs. I want to get a photo for Instagram before we finish stream tonight. You'll let me focus? Nah, you can chat. That's why I'm here. I can paint and chat at the same time. I used to be able to do it way easier when it was just straight TikTok because I had the phone right in front of me and I was and I had my model in front of me too. Yeah, ArcFest is April. No, we're in April now. May 3rd and 4th. I don't know about. I think there's a competitive tournament on that weekend. I know Lockie was talking about that because a bunch of the guys that would normally go to Arc aren't going to Arc. They're going to the whatever the competitive tournament is. But I think that might be out in like Bendigo or something potentially. Did I paint the Terminator? Are you talking about this guy? I mean, there's starting to be more and more Warhammer events happening anyway, but like it's getting more popular. So I agree though, there's 52 weekends during the year. My second year in a row, I can't compete. Second year in a row, I can't compete at Arc. This time it's not your fault? Nah, well, I mean, I'd take, dude, I'd take DreamHack every day of the week. It's the weekend after. Ah, damn. Sucks, dude. Could have actually had time to chat. All right. We're going to get some Dawn Yellow. Next, we're going to take some Dawn Yellow and we're going to brighten up some of the areas in the yellow. And we're going to sort of do a bit of a stippling effect. Yo, Red, thank you for the follow. Your speciality is Legion of the Damned? Like, you're you're a aficionado. Legion of the Damned aficionado. Which metallics you use in red? Scale 75. Oh, dude, I actually picked that set up. Never used it. Never used it. Whoops. Whoops. good. Good. Next up, we're going to repeat a similar process except with white scar. So try and keep this right to the very bottom here. White instantly makes it pop, yeah, and it just needs to be a little bit, right? Just tiny, tiny amount. Hey, Thunder Pigments, how you doing? Legion of the Dam, yes sir, yes sir. An anphiarus special. All right, let's do a tidy up with some Abaddon Black. You finished the Lionel Johnson? Man, it's a hell of a model. Congrats. Finishing a Primarch is pretty damn impressive. Right, so the next step on Bam Bam is to take some Abaddon Black. We're going to tidy up around these flames here. April 4th month painting straight into Primarch. It's pretty good, man. The Primarchs are quite a intimidating model. Did the wing? Yeah, I like the helmeted options for the line. I think the winged helmet is a phenomenal look. Starting to get some shakes. I didn't do the feet. I didn't do the claws on the feet, mate. This is a sculpt by Amphiarus from Instagram. Yeah, Baz is just a legend with green stuff. He does do commissions, but he's like booked out for a year. He's booked out for a year. Straight up just getting the hardest part done. Still need to add an edge highlight to it. Didn't add an edge highlight to the top. We're just going to go with Mephiston red, I think. I was thinking of adding more to it, but I was like, nah. Gotta pull it back somewhere. Or do I? Nah, I think it's good where it is. They're the most unknown chapter. Yeah, I don't even think they're a chapter. They're weird. Legion of the Damned are weird. But they're cool. Super cool. If they redid a full range of miniatures for them, they would look phenomenal, I think. Still need to add the Dawn Yellow to this one. But I want to get the legs done, because if I'm going to take a pick, then I want them to be finished. So the final step for our fire is to take some Mephiston red and try and add the thinnest possible highlight you can. Didn't even know the Legion of the Damned were around in the Horus Heresy. Andrill, thank you very much for the follow. Do I know a secret technique of how to clean cables, mold lines? Nah, dude. Nah, there is no secret. I just use a scalpel or an X-Acto knife and go back and forth. I think these might be too bright. We might go with a lead belcher. Just a touch too bright. Read in the Horus Heresy that the lion... Horus was scared of the lion in the war. Yeah, I mean... He was arguably one of the best Primarch swordsmen. I don't know if he was necessarily scared. And he commanded the First Legion, and the First Legion had all of the experimental weaponry. I think the three most successful legions in terms of like worlds that they took over the Imperium were the Dark Angels, the Ultramarines, and the Sons of Horus. So I don't know if he was necessarily scared. Horus was just super smart. He knew that if he took on the Ultramarines and the Dark Angels, that, you know, he was probably going to lose just because of sheer numbers. But also, one thing about Horus was he was jealous of the other Primarchs. He was just jealous of them because they were the Emperor's sons. And he wasn't a special little boy anymore. Especially Russ, because I think Russ was the second to be found. And as soon as Russ was found, he was, yeah. He wasn't a special little snowflake. Well, that's the fire done on the legs. Need to finish the shoulder pad off, and then I need to do this, but I want to do this one off stream where I've got like utmost control, but essentially it's going to be the same. It's just going to be the layered version of that. And I know this is a little bit different from the Legion of the Damned because they were actually, when they were painted, they were, back in the day, they were painted the opposite. So it was red at the base and it went to yellow. But no, we're going for that. We're going for that Bam Bam spec. Horus is a coward. I don't know if he's a coward though. Like, if you know there's someone that has a, especially in war, if you know there's a very realistic chance of defeating you, then not taking on is intelligent. I don't think it's cowardice. Cowardice? Cowardice. Need to do yellow first. This is the wrong brush. All right. I think we're going to call it there, guys. Been painting flames from the get-go. Pretty happy with it. So we'll be back tomorrow to continue work on this guy. 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And look, we'll probably do the bone next and then the ribbons. We'll do the edge highlighting of the armor last, which will really bring the model together. We're going to do a blue, probably a blue-gray for the edge highlights on the armor. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, Wednesday, we are going to do the paint along. So get a Space Marine head. There's a list of paints in the Discord, and if you want to paint miniature like a Space Marine head with me, then join me on Wednesday and we'll do it. Other than that, I'll catch you later. See you guys.